What's good, collective? Soul family, soul tribe. How is everybody doing? Hope you are doing well. All right, y'all. Let's tap into some energies here. I have on the pre shuffle the freedom card. I no longer want this fiery ring of resentment to block the good. Release me from its bonds. Someone could have been working on healing some resentment, okay? Some deep things that you were holding on to. We have signs. Instincts are the message from the inner divine. Okay. So you took some sort of divine wisdom, some sort of instinct, okay, and you acted on it by reframing your narrative. Reframe. This is happening for me, not to me. Okay. By reframing the story, by reframing the self talk, by reframing the purpose and the reason and the experience that maybe you were holding resentment towards, whether this was an individual, individuals, whether this was just life experiences. By reframing it, it has changed what you believe about yourself. It has changed what you believe about the divine. Miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening to me to receive beyond anything I imagine. All right. Let's get into this energy collective. I hope everybody's doing good. I'm doing great, feeling great. It's a beautiful Sunday thus far. Oh, somebody took action on something, and the way that jumped out of the deck, you definitely took action on something, okay? This is an awakening for someone. This is an awakening for someone. That flame is giving me third eye awakening. It's also giving me kundalini awakening, even though the kundalini sits at the base of the root. It moves up and it ignites, right? It ignites the other chakras. But someone definitely had a third eye awakening, okay? You're seeing things clearly now. You're seeing things clearer. Yeah. It's almost like you see those net, if that's a net, you know, um your inner flame is now showing you what was kind of the webbing of your thoughts and how things are connected, how one thing is connected to another thing, why this triggers you because it's connected to a deeper wound. The inner flame of your consciousness is starting to allow you to see the webbing of your thoughts and your feelings. Okay. So this inner enlightenment that you have stepped into is helping you bring light to resentment. Okay. Resentment, light to traumas, light to the wounds, the things that you have suppressed that are playing out in your consciousness. Okay. So this is definitely a awakening for somebody, an awakening for somebody. Tell us more, spirit. Clarify the Ace of Wands to start. We have the Page of Wands. You definitely took action on something. The Page of Pentacles. So this could be something that's just taking place for you. You could be at the beginning of an awakening, okay? You could be at the beginning of really starting to understand the webbing of the mind, right? How, like I said, one conversation triggers something, and how that trigger is pointing you to a deeper wound or a deeper thought or an old conversation or experience or trauma that is totally unrelated to the current situation, but yet the mind has a way of placing things in compartments, right? So this could be something that you're just stepping into, is this third eye awakening. Keep wanting to say kundalini for someone as well, so take it how it reverberates. All right. Yeah. Someone's beginning to wake up. Clarify. Tell us more. Things that you've been holding on to. Some things you've been holding on to. Clarify the Four of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. Okay, so whatever this is that you've been holding on to, could be more than one thing, could be more than one person, could be more than one experience, more than one traumatic experience. You're starting to see that by holding on to something, resenting something, and holding that resentment, it has been blocking your forward motion. It has been blocking your joy, and from it has been blocking you from being able to tap into your divine passion. Okay, clarify signs. Queen of Swords in reverse. Six of Cups. Clarify the Queen of Swords. This is either someone or something or both from the past. This has to do with past situations, maybe even childhood, like that far back, right? Um there may be some things you didn't want to remember. Thank you, Spirit. Didn't want to remember, you didn't want to recall, you didn't want to relive about your past, about your childhood more specifically. Give me more. Yeah, because there was something in your past childhood that was very traumatic to your heart space. Very traumatic. So this is someone who was suppressing and holding on to it, maybe not intentionally, but you're coming to the awareness that by you over the years not wanting to think about this particular thing or this experience, this childhood experience, it was causing you to hold on to the resentment that you needed to release. In order to release it, you had to give thought to it. In order to release it, you had to revisit it. And it was very painful, both when it happened and the revisiting of it was very painful. You didn't want to revisit it because you knew it was going to bring up a lot of hurt, a lot of negative emotions, a lot of pain. Like it was going to bring up that, and it very well may have done just that. But that's kind of how healing works, right? It's not supposed to feel good. It doesn't feel good. Clarified, but there's healing here because you decided to give thought to those experiences, because you decided to revisit those experiences. It has brought you healing and harmony and balance. Clarify, reframe. You reframed the narrative. You reframed the narrative that was keeping you in this nightmare, this mental anguish, this anxiety, possibly for someone in the collective depression. You reframed the conversation. Okay? You realize that as painful as it was, as much as ideally you would have loved to avoid that situation, especially if it was something that took place in your innocence as a child, right? You reframed the narrative. You rewrote the story. You stopped seeing yourself as someone's victim. Now, if this is not childhood, this is just past hurt for someone in the collective. But at any rate, there was a reframing here because something was keeping you trapped. Something was keeping you with this anxiety, holding a lot of anxiety, holding a lot of fear. Something was indeed a nightmare of an experience, and the emotions that came from that experience was creating like a perpetual nightmare for someone in the collective. Like the nightmare of what happened when it happened was following you, was staying with you. Okay, so this could be someone dealing with some depression concerning their childhood or concerning a past experience. All right, so by reframing it, you claimed your power back. You literally claimed your power back because this is happening for me. is is a thought form that honors your personal power. This is happening to me is a thought form that honors the mindset of being someone's victim, right? To me is victimization, especially when it's in the context of this storyline, all right? But by changing the narrative that something happened for you, it literally called your power back to you from that person, from that experience, from the childhood. It's allowing you to reclaim your innocence. Clarify faith. Well, give me one on the Nine of Swords. Give me one on the Nine of Swords, Spirit. The Hermit. You've come out of this completely. I love it. You've come out of that nightmare. It allowed you to come out because with that Nine of Swords, that Knight of Swords that we saw, the star here at the beginning of the deck, with that Knight of Swords and going towards the Temperance, it allowed you to step out of this possibly a depressive state, possibly being overcome by anxiety. For some of you, it may have been manifesting as social anxiety. Okay? Emotional imbalances, being temperamental, easily triggered, defensive. It has allowed you to step out of that energy because as the Knight of Swords, you went towards it for healing. You decided to no longer suppress, no longer ignore. No longer retreat and hide, because this is the reverse Hermit. So if you were in an upright, you could have been in an upright Hermit and you were either hiding yourself from the world, hiding yourself from various things that could be good for you. With the Freedom card, I no longer want this fiery ring of resentment to block the good. Some of you could have been in this hiding, this hermit mode energy, thinking that that was protecting you from being hurt any further, right? But in this energy and in this storyline, this was, yes, it may have been protecting you from any further hurt, but it was also like creating a boundary. It was also boarding you up so that you can't receive. Healing is about learning how to give or release and receive, right? That is balance. So while you may have been trying to protect your heart space that was already hurting, it was also keeping you from being able to receive the good things that want to come towards you. But you've stepped out of this energy because you found healing, because you decided to deal with this, whatever this was in the past that was very hurtful. Clarify faith, Spirit. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. Clarify this Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Someone definitely mishandled your heart space. You may also still be healing the heart space, but I feel like there is definitely a mental healing that is taking place with this Ace of Wands. And again, the netting and how the netting is being illuminated. I feel like someone is beginning to understand. You're really beginning to understand how the mind and the heart communicate to one another. Clarify the Queen of Cups. To me, this is also a releasing. It's a releasing. It's a surrendering. Now, usually the Queen of Cups in the reverse is not that, but that's what I'm seeing when I look at this card. a pouring out of. Clarify the Queen of Cups. Got the King of Cups. Wow. Now, clarify the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups together, because I want to see if that is two aspects of yourself, your feminine and masculine energy, or if this is a coupleship here, if this is a relationship with the Two of Pentacles. I feel like someone is realizing that their masculine and feminine was out of balance. So the feminine energy within being somewhat out of balance, needing to release, is allowing you to show up, and the masculine in a released way, like in a surrendered way. Clarify the King and Queen of Cups, please. Seven of Wands. Introspection. Yeah. Introspection. Okay. Five of Cups. It kind of landed sideways, so I'm going to keep it sideways. Clarify the Two of Pentacles again. Why is it in the reverse? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're protecting your energy now, though. Yes, at one time, you may have allowed individuals to juggle you, to mishandle you. You may have also, through this Nine of Swords energy, mishandled yourself. There could have been things that you allowed yourself to get into that was not to your greatest good and your highest potential, right? So I feel like someone is learning how to really sit and go within. Really sit and go within. This could also be individuals that want to bring negativity towards you, or get into your energy. They want to get into your energy. Your aura is starting to change and look different. You're starting to find balance and peace. So you're aware of things in a different way. There could still be some things that you may still be kind of, I'm hearing teeter tottering, like what does you call that thing I used to love to play on the playground? This, is it the seesaw? I think it's the seesaw. Well, one person sit on one side and the other person sit on the side, and then you go up, they go down. I think it's the seesaw. That's what I'm seeing somebody doing, kind of, as it relates to something or someone. Okay, as it relates to something or someone, I'm seeing someone kind of seesawing. Now, this, with this Queen and King of Cups, this could be another individual, because like on the seesaw, you do need to, you need somebody on the other side to really play on it effectively, right? Um so that's giving me this sideways Five of Cups. You could be protecting your energy against this King of Cups or against a Queen of Cups. Take it how it reverberates, male or female. You're aware that you need to protect yourself with this individual, because with, see how the two, that's like giving me seesaw energy, and then that is giving me kind of like a back and forth, right? Like you haven't quite let go, but you're letting go because you become aware of something. Okay, you become aware that something is affecting your energy, something is affecting your outlook on life, something is affecting your positivity, someone or something, or both. Okay, let's get another deck. Where you want me to go? What do you want the collective to know, Spirit? What do you want the collective to know? We have Bon Vivant, Bon Vivant, Vivant, Bon Vivant. Okay. Devil May Care attitude. Independent, music, art, agent of change, expressive, luxurious, mysterious, magnetic, liberated. Somebody is definitely doing what they need to do within to liberate themselves. There's something you're growing, like you there's something or someone, okay, that you're growing less and less interested in. You know, like there's some aspect of your life, there's some aspect of the way you show up in your world, in your reality, or the way someone shows up to you in your reality, you're becoming less and less interested in. Anything that continues to hurt, harm, trigger, um is not, it's like, because you're healing, you're no longer interested in that frequency or vibration, right? Clarify Vivant. Bon Vivant. Clarify that, please. It sounds funny coming off of the palette. Okay, we have tarot cards. Connect with your spirit guides. Inspired action, overcoming fear, positive influence, happy spirituality, finding your purpose, enlightened. I don't know if you're a reader or if you watch a lot of readings and you're becoming less interested in readings because um I don't know. You're liberated, or you need to. Now this is weird because you're going to be watching this if this reverberates, but it's almost like connect with your spirit guides, or maybe you are becoming less interested at mundane, trivial things, the matrix, the system, the trauma, the hurt, holding on to it, and you're wanting to connect deeper to your spirit guides. Okay, you're wanting to go deeper. Maybe you are interested in being a reader. Maybe you want to grow as a reader, right? Maybe this is just you wanting spirit to guide you, or spirit has been guiding you. You're releasing something in order to bring in more guidance, more spiritual guidance, more positive influence. Yes. So you're not interested in anything or anyone, whether it is self-inflicted or whether it is being projected by someone else that has a negative vibration to it, that has a dense, heavy vibration to it. So that's prompting you to go in and heal, right? And by doing so, you're tapping more into the intuitive nature of your being. All right, you're tapping into the spirituality and the spirit being of you. And you're overcoming a lot of fears. Yeah. Okay. Then I was like, well, if they should stop watching tarot, how they gonna see this one? You know what I mean? Okay, thank you, Spirit, for clarifying. Okay, tell us more. Tell us more. Now, if you are a tarot card watcher, you may be shifting from the kind of tarot card readings that you allow yourself to watch. Okay? Take that how it reverberates. Wow. I'm going to take all of them. All right. We have Let It Be. The outcome may not be exactly what you want, but it is what you need. We have addict. Okay. Confusion, chaotic consequences, destructive and disorderly inner pain, self deception, intense desire for control. Photographs. Seek advice from others. Listen. Anxiety about the past or memory. A need to focus on important things. I feel like for someone in the collective, there were certain tarot card readings that was kind of keeping you trapped in a certain thought pattern. And that thought pattern was kind of supporting chaos. It was supporting disorderly. It was supporting the inner pain. So someone has decided that they're not going to watch certain types of tarot readings, okay? That you need to focus on something more important. Like, or you need to shift you need to shift the kind of readings that you've been watching, all right? Um readings that support healing, readings that support release, readings that support spiritual growth, okay? Because someone listens to a lot of tarot readers, all right? And so now you're changing because, and I feel like this, the thing about the tarot readers is coming up because this is just one reflection. It's just one way that the universe is reflecting back to you that you are healing. Okay? The universe has many ways to reflect to you what's going on in your inner world, right? And so someone choosing to be a little bit more choosy as to what advice they take, what kind of readers they listen to, what kind of readings they go and purchase, whatever the case may be. That is reflecting to you universally that you are healing and wanting to move away from anything that is not positive, that you want to feed yourself positivity right now because you're going through this phase of reframing your narrative, rewriting your story. You're releasing resentment, so you don't want to be indulging in anything that is rooting you in that resentment when you're trying to release it. You know what I mean? So I feel like that is going to connect for somebody. That is going to be true for someone in the collective, okay? Now, if this is not about someone making a choice as to, I'm going to take that, I'll acknowledge it. Then this is about someone connecting deeper to their spirit guides, all right, and receiving a lot of advice, receiving a lot of intuitive nudges, instincts. You know, you're starting to see the signs to let it be, right? It didn't happen the way you wanted it to ideally, but it happened the way you needed it to. And so anxiety from the past was like, by you taking the time to deal with past traumas and you dealing with the inner pain of those traumas, you're really starting to see that um it had you under some sort of control here. That suppressing that pain, suppressing the hurt, not wanting to revisit it, not wanting to remember it, that is what was causing the confusion and chaos. Okay? Holding onto it in a way to where it's like you're not even willing to acknowledge it. You don't want to acknowledge it. That was causing the chaos because that means it was operating just below the surface. All right? And because you didn't want to deal with it, then it was just on autopilot. You know, it was just on autopilot. And the thing about the universe, I think I said in another reading, is that it is not biased. it is going to reflect to you exactly what's going on in you. So if your outer world was chaotic, then that was a reflection of what was going on in you, on autopilot, because you weren't dealing with that. Someone has stepped really, working with their spirit guides to liberate themselves from that cycle, you know, communication from the spirit world. Cross. Positive life fulfillment, faith, joy. We have faith here again. Faith, joy, sense enlightenment, completion. Clarify, please, spirit. Remote control. See, something was communicating, right? Going back to what I was just saying, that was operating like a remote control, you know. Clarify, cross, please. Horseshoe. Luck will pass you by. Disappointed, disconnections with others, mistakes. You will have to stand up to someone. Someone in the collective, you may be coming to, that's what I'm getting here at the end, that there may be someone that you're going to have to kind of you're going to have to seven of wands them. Okay, you're going to have to protect your energy as you come to the close of this change. Okay, there may be someone that you're going to have to communicate. I feel like I'm gonna just tell you what I just heard. Because you are healing, because you have healed, there is someone specific that you are going to have to speak to, but it's going to be the spirit speaking through you to them, to them. So this may be a impromptu moment where you're going to speak expressly for spirit to someone. All right. Um I don't know what's going to be said, but whatever's going to be said, whatever issue or energy or negativity that this person brings towards you, it's never going to happen again after you speak through spirit. Okay? After you allow yourself, I don't know, I feel like it's going to be like a, it's not planned. It's not like you're going to have to rehearse what to be said. You're not even going to know when it's going to happen, but this person's going to come towards you with that same energy, and you're going to just speak. And when you speak, you're either going to sever something, you're going to make it clear that this person can no longer have access to your energy, that you're no longer interested in allowing them access to your energy. Okay? Take that how it reverberates. All right? Because that's this, you will stand up for to someone. It's giving me this King of Cups, Queen of Cups, Seven of Wands. Like, you're still, right now, it's still a teeter-totter, right? But you're coming to the close of this healing. Yeah. For someone in the collective, this is more about the energy and the positivity that you're stepping into is going to be miraculous and amazing to someone who may have been trying to dampen or keep your light suppressed, or just people in general are going to start to see like a refreshment about you, a glow about you. Because I'm picking up that somebody in your energy or people around you who know what you have experienced or what you've gone through, or know the way you normally would show up in the world. It's giving me your healing is like a miracle in itself. I don't know what you've experienced, but you being able to heal and get in a better place. For other people on the outside looking in, it's like a miracle to them. It's amazing that you have lifted yourself out of this nine of swords. Take it how it reverberates, okay? Tell us more, Spirit. Spirit speaks. Seek advice to steer judgment as insightful talks illuminate your journey. Yeah, you are really having deep conversations. Spirit is speaking to you. Um, and I feel like someone is absolutely going to be a mouthpiece for spirit. Okay. Not just with this individual, but maybe multiple individuals. Clarify spirit speaks. Somebody is definitely receiving a lot of intuitive instincts, your instincts. Mm-hmm. Okay. Tell me more. Spirit speaks. Anchor, good luck, strength, stability, hope, safety, salvation, belief, grounded, determined journey. What you're hearing from spirit right now is um bringing a lot of anchoring of the soul. So if there was a lot of chaotic energy being reflected back to you universally in the reality, that is shifting because your inner world is shifting. And so just like I said, the universe is not biased. Whatever's going on in your inner world is what is going to reflect back to you. So now that you are within healing things and discovering this groundedness, this positivity, then there's a lot of good fortune. There's a lot of strength, a lot of stability. All right. You're grounded in your belief in spirit to be able to navigate you through the remaining portion of your life. Despite what your past has been like, your future is not going to reflect that because of the healing that you've done, because of the releasing. Because you release something, you can now receive something. And it's changing the trajectory of your life. It's changing your fate. You're rewriting your story here. This is beautiful. Tell me more, Spirit. Ooh, too many. I took the other ones last time you did that. Now. Okay, orbiting. Orbiting. Ghosts, others, but still interacts or views accounts via social media stories or posts, gives others a false sense of hope of reconciliation. Now we getting over here towards the back end with this King of Cups, Queen of Cups dynamic, this seesaw. All right. Somebody may be wanting to try to come back in your energy. If you kind of on the fence, I feel like I ain't even gonna. I feel like you're going to eventually get to the place to where if it's a Seven of Wands energy with this person, all right, if you're not already there, which you may be, but with this Five of Cups coming out sideways, that may be like the last phase before completion of this healing cycle, okay? So take it how it reverberates. Clarify orbiting. Snuffed candle. Victim of rumors, of gossip, challenges on spiritual journey, future sickness, damage, control. Somebody wants to come back in to try to do some damage control. Protect yourself from this individual, okay? Yeah, that's that Seven of Wands. Sometimes to protect oneself, the bravest act is to walk away and don't look back. Not at this individual, because whoever this is, I feel like they are watching to see It's like they want to snuff out your fire. It's like they want to snuff out your candle. It's like they want to put out your flame. Give me one more. Neptune, escapism, delusion, hypochondria, stuck in a trance, addictions, poser, naive. They think you're naive, deception, misplaced flattery. Yeah, this person wants to come in and try to act like they want to make amends, but I'm not picking up that energy from them because there was a reverse Queen of Cups and reverse King of Cups dynamic between the two of you. So that's trauma bond all day. That's trauma bond all day. Okay. Now, with you healing and stepping into the light and the awareness and the positivity, I think this Two of Pentacles is Spirit asking you not to forfeit that by being on the fence about this Queen of Cups, King of Cups dynamic, but to protect yourself from this. All right. I think that's what I'm feeling like that's what that is. Don't juggle the positivity in your life, the new things that are coming in, the new light that is coming in for you. Don't juggle it. Step fully into it and release whoever and whatever does not align with that. Whoever this King of Cups, Queen of Cups is, I'm not even seeing where they align. Graduation cap. Whoever this is in your life that is watching you in the background, you've graduated from this individual. Big accomplishments, transitions, again, luck, joy, content with life, feeling proud, challenged, fortune, knowledge, you will shine, happy. This person knows that you're elevating. They know you're growing. They see it. They see the change. But the issue is they're not coming back in to celebrate it with you. That's the issue with them. Okay. So again, don't allow this individual, don't mishandle the new positive energy that you're in by being on the fence. What Spirit is asking someone to do is, instead of being this way, completely release whatever this was. Is walk away. You okay? Walk away from that. You're recovering. You're going to recover from that. Because whoever this is, the King of Cups or the Queen of Cups, whoever it is for someone in the collective, they don't have the same, they're not spiritual. They're not spiritual. Let me show you the card that's on the bottom. Lit candle. Okay. Lit candle. It says difficulty holding the faith, past issues, struggles, hardships, insecurity, lacking faith. And here you are having faith. So that's an imbalance. That's an imbalance. All right. Sorry, I got I zoned out because it was two candle cards, and I'm like, I feel like this person really wants to come in and just kind of blow out your candle, blow out your positivity. All right. So definitely continue to heal and move into this reverse Five of Cups as it relates to this situation and any other situation. All right. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Let's get an affirmation. An affirmation. Would you prefer me to use that one? Okay, what does the collective need to know? What does the collective need to know? You can't go back to yesterday. Be in the present. Stay in the present. Be in the present. Don't go back to the past. Don't revisit the past. Don't let the past revisit you. Okay? This is the revisiting, right, takes place during healing. But when healing is accomplished and you've let go of specific things that are being triggered in your current present time, because healing keeps going, okay? So the more you heal, the more other things that you may have suppressed, that you may be, unaware of, is going to come to the surface. But in the present moment, what needed to be healed has been healed. Now something specific to that the most current past and what you've healed from currently still wants to come back or bring you back into it. Spirit is saying, don't go back. You can't go back to yesterday. You can't go back to the past. Continue to look forward. Continue to move forward. Tell us more. Uncertainty. Choose who you will become. Choose who you will become. Someone has the opportunity to, like I said, I'm hearing reinvent themselves. You see the little wheels and stuff and all of the little gadgety looking over her crown. Um Someone is being afforded the opportunity to reinvent themselves. So there may be a sense of uncertainty as to what's going to be in the future. But lean into that. That is the beautiful gift of being eternal, right? That is the gift of being undefinable, transmutable. There is uncertainty. Lean into the uncertainty. Discover you again, and then reinvent you. You know what I mean? Play around with it. Be easy. I'm I'm feeling a sense of like there may have been a little bit of uptightness. There may still be as it relates to where you are spiritually, what it is, what it ain't, what it's going to be. How relax. Relax. Okay? Exhale. The unknown can be one of two things. It can be nerve-wracking or it can be fun. And you can choose. You can choose whether the unknown is going to be nerve-wracking or whether it's going to be fun. It's the Fool card. You can choose whether you're going to be in the reverse and be afraid to take that leap of faith, or you can put it in the upright and you could just skip off of it, with your little dog at your ankles and stuff, and you just skip off it because you know that your spirit team, the divine, is going to softly land you exactly where you're supposed to be. So that may reverberate with someone, okay? To relax. Have fun. Because that's the energy that you're entering into after having dealing and dealt with so many past things that were not fun, right? But in gaining the lesson and stepping back into your power, your innocence returns. It's almost like the child in you that should have been afforded the ability to imagine and become whatever he or she wanted to be may have been robbed from someone. Okay? That innocence to explore may have been robbed from someone. So you got it back. You have it back. All right? So have fun. Okay? Don't allow the unknown and the uncertainty to have you like, you know, I don't know why I did that, but it's like, jittery. Whether it's physically or whether it's just kind of, I don't know, spirit, if I'm doing the right thing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what. Okay, I'm just going to trust you. Just kind of ease into it, okay? But you can't go back. You don't even want to go back because back behind there is, you know what's behind there. Okay, tell us more, spirit. All in the golden afternoon. Inspiration, creative spark, imagination, conception. Yes. These cards, I don't know if I really like them. I'm using them because Spirit told me to. But they all have a certain gloominess to them that I don't care for. But the words on them are not all gloomy, okay? Someone is finding what inspires them. I just don't know why she looks sad about it. After, I don't know why she looks sad about it, but at any rate, you're finding your inspiration. Okay, new creativity is coming towards you. Your imagination, that is what I was just talking about. You're creating a new you. You're reinventing yourself out of positivity and not negativity, out of the innocence that we all have in the heart, out of the imagination of our hearts and what really is a true reflection of us and who we are. Tell us more. Nonsense. It's time to talk sense. I'ma just tell you what I'm saying, okay? I don't like her spirit in the back. I don't like her spirit. I don't. Um this is giving me that this could be the person your spirit is going to speak through you to back this person up off of the back of your neck like this, looking at you like she looking at you. Because this is giving me someone is trying to intimidate. Someone was intimidating. This could be a mother figure or a mother. She seems very intimidated by the presence of this supposed to be queen. See, she's holding the queen card in her hand. Anyway, if there whoever this is, spirit is going to use you to back her up off your back of your neck. Okay. I feel like this card may be expressing the dynamic that somebody may have had in their childhood. And even now, even maybe as an adult, this dynamic is still there. Whether it is coming through a parental figure or it's coming through somebody that's just in your life that's sitting in this energy. Whereas like everything you think, everything you want to create, everything you imaginate, everything about you, they shoot it down or they want to make you feel like it's nonsense. You can't do it. You won't do it. Like that doesn't even make sense. Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to do that? Why do you? That's what I'm hearing. That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense. Talk some sense. You're talking foolish. You're talking foolish. Like it's just this complete communication that's debilitating. It's been debilitating for someone. I feel like spirit is going to use you to help get this person to understand. I ain't trying to hear that shit. I'm doing whatever I need to do. I'm doing what spirit tell me to do. I got this. Back up. All right, however you say it, it's probably how I would say it. But however you gonna say it, however spirit gonna have you say it, it might be a little sweeter than that. I don't know, but I feel like this individual over here doesn't have to be a parental figure at all. It doesn't even have to be feminine. Okay, this could be a masculine or a feminine, but someone who is like trying to lord over your energy. Like they want you to forget who you are. They wanted you to forget who you are, but something has changed about you. I'm telling you. See how she's dark around the eyes? You know, her energy is very dark, if not evil. If not evil, right? But yet she has this little bitty Bambi, this little innocent, what do they call a baby deer? A fawn or something? I don't know. Bambi. And damn it. She has Bambi. Really, Bambi is on the inside of her, even though she's showing up like this, because this person here created that person. But really, on the inside, you're a Bambi. Because they wanted you to forget that innocence. But something has changed. You have changed, and you have changed quickly. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because I feel like there's a lot of someone holding someone else's projection. Someone else's. Clarify changed in the night. A moment's regret, nostalgia, idealizing the past, fearing you made a mistake. Don't even let them bring this energy in, babes. Whoever you are, don't even let them. You have changed. Now, some things may have collapsed around you because of that change. Relationships, but don't at all fear that you made a mistake by changing. And don't let nobody project that. That's this Two of Pentacles in this Sun card. The teeter-tottering. The seesaw. With this new light that you're stepping in. Don't seesaw it. Don't cry over spilled milk. Don't be this way. Release it. Let it go. Okay? Give me one more, and then we'll sum it up. We'll finish up. Shine bright like a candle. Yes. You will make it through this. Shine bright like a candle that someone wants to snuff out, and this changed quickly, and a moment's regret. This is someone wanting to come in, and this priest is followed up by this bitter Betty. Okay, this bitter Betty continue to shine bright. Go completely and fully into the light and repaint your reality with what it is you want to see and what it is you want to experience. This fear that this person is trying to project on you is not yours. It is theirs. It is theirs. Don't let them project their fears upon you, and through you live vicariously through those fears. Through you. It is their fears. It is their nonsense because they didn't have the courage to go behind or go after the things that they wanted to, or they had their innocence stolen from them and they didn't go and heal, but you did. You did. You did heal. They chose not to heal. They're still choosing not to heal. Now that you have changed, you can no longer hold, you have no space to hold their fear. It's theirs. It always was theirs. Give it back to them and let it stay over there with them. And if they want to heal, let them heal. All right. But you continue to shine bright and move into the positivity of your reality and the fact that you hold the paint and the brush. You can paint your life to be the masterpiece you want it to be. Give me one more on this shine bright like a candle, please. Who in the world are you? And you're going to be unrecognizable. You're going to be unrecognizable. You're getting to know the new you. The new you. And to others, you're going to be unrecognizable because this is the version of you that they didn't want to see. So they won't be able to. When they had the chance, they should have seen it. They didn't want to see this version of you come forth. And so now that it is coming forth, Spirit says they will not be able to see it. They will not be able to see it. So if you're thinking that there's going to be any future support or future change with this individual, or they're going to come around and do better by you, negative. This new version of you is not allotted for them to share in it. Whoever this bitter Betty is. All right. But there is something that you're going to speak to this individual by way of spirit that they're going to get off your neck like that, and they're not going to return. I don't know what that's going to be, but kudos. Okay. Thank you so much, family, for tapping in with your girl. One more time, one more again. Soul Tribe, Starseed family, I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. I invite, if you are viewing me for the first time, I invite you to subscribe. All right, and turn on your notification bell so you'll know when I'm back with another message. If you want to join the membership, please do so. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you need a personal reading, all of the information is down in the description. You can shoot me an email, and I will get back in touch with you and we'll get that done. All right, family, I'll see you on the next message. Peace.